Here at MSU, men are lining up to put on women's shoes. No, it's not a drag show. It's the annual Welcome Out Their Shoes event, sponsored by Sexual Assault Services.
We're just here to show our support. All these ladies, like the flyer and the promotions with Welcome Out Their Shoes. That's what I'm doing today. I think the cause is a good cause. I'm a supervisor with the patrol. They're out here to keep these women safe, and I want these women to see that these guys will walk a mile in their shoes. They walk a mile for them every night to keep them safe. They're going to walk a mile and get the support of it. I'm a fitness director at the Saturn Center. I work out 5 days a week, and I am in a pair of 13 males right now. So they need to be out here supporting the cause. To help support students, faculty, and raising awareness on violence.
It's just an international pledge just to stop violence against women. It's been going on, I think, well over 5 years now. And it's something that's spreading from campus to campus. Walking them out in her shoes, the actual walk, is something more of an eye catcher. But through that, you get an education of what should happen, what should not happen, statistics of what goes on every day.
I think it's important for the men in this community to take an active step to show that the violence against women is something that affects all of us. It's a wonderful program, and I'm honored to have the opportunity to participate.
The main purpose for this is for the campus, the community to see that there are men who are willing to stand up and say, I do not accept sexual violence, I do not accept people committing sexualized violence, and I pledge to do my part to stop. We're here to support women. We're not here to mock them. And it takes a real man to walk a mile in women's shoes. It takes a real man to stand up in any way, form, or fashion and say, you know what? I don't care what I have to put up. To show my support, this is what I'm going to
do. Okay, on the news today, Charles Barkley, a professional NBA basketball player, doing a commercial for Weight Watchers dressed up like a woman. You guys know the theme by now, right? It's androgyny, represents the Elohim, or like, what's her face, Queenie Cameron, the ones that wear underwear with dick holes but don't have them. How many times are we going to see this over and over and over again? This is all coded because these guys, they're rising up. They're coming back. It's androgyny. It has to do with Saturn. I don't know how much further to explain it. Some jerk off on here said I got an agenda. I do have an agenda. It's an agenda to explain to people on a different level what is going on. Why men are running around putting out fires and dresses. Why sheriffs are wearing high heels. Why this guy here, this clown, is running around in a dress. Why Rodman from the Chicago Bulls was doing it back in the 90s. It's because it's all code. It has to do with the Elohim. Okay? They can play both male or female. Okay? Let us make man in our image. That's what they're trying to do with us. Okay? The book of Revelations says that the locusts, which are not locusts, so to speak, says they have the hair of a woman but the body of a man. Okay? It says that there'll be over 200 million of these guys. That's the body of a man with the hair of a woman. The little girl, let's open up this pit. Remember that? Pit. Okay, Revelation 9:1 speaks about a place called Tartarus, where the only way that you could ever get to it is through a shaft. The Chilean miners, how were they rescued? Through a mine shaft. Incidentally, it says that place, Tartarus, is no human soul has ever resided there. So in other words, your boys, the number 33s, that represent Saturn, yeah, that's what they were. They weren't miners. That was all a bunch of bullshit. But anyway, here's Charles, what's his face? Sorry, I just got up. In drag, representing the same old gag that's been around forever. and the androgynous ones. Okay, this morning on Fox News, again, pushing the same bullshit agenda. Here we are. Man in a pink tutu, supposedly fighting against breast cancer. And where does he do it? He does it in a field where there's a bunch of cows, and he does it in Times Square. The key word here is Times Square. Okay? It's not Times Square, it's Times Squared. That's why it's Times Square, Tiananmen Square, Red Square, St. Peter Square. Don't be a square, don't be a blockhead. The square, the cube, Saturn. Okay, it's all about the same fucking thing every time we turn around. The man wearing a woman's apparel is an androgynous being. Okay? What this is telling me is that there's some kind of hookup going on downtown in Times Square. Period. It's also pushing, subconsciously, not the homosexual. It has absolutely nothing to do with this. It's pushing the androgynous, the metrosexual, if you will. It's all about making the two become one. You see, it's about the new man. See, we can't have any of this. It's about worshiping and giving praise to the Elohim. You know, the ones with the underwear with the dick holes in them, but they don't have a dick to put through the dick hole. But the interesting thing is because they're androgynous, they can play both sides. They can play a woman or they can play a man. All you got to do is look at Hollywood, man. That's all you got to do. Look at Hollywood. What you think you're saying is not what you think you're saying. This is all about a big, big game. You know, now they're talking again about Greece having to take another bailout. What's that, the third one? Remember the word bail. It's not B-A-I-L. It's B-A-A-L. Baal or bail. The bailout. In other words, bring the evil out. We need the bail out. Bail. So that's what that's referring to. So Greece needs another bailout. See, we're getting screwed on such a level that most people can't even comprehend it, let alone believe that it even exists. So it's a perfect scam. We're so screwed. So just understand, this is something that was started a long time ago. That's been into fruition, coming into fruition for hundreds of thousands of years. I mean, thousands and thousands of years. The governments were designed to be destroyed because they needed you to think in a certain type of way while time was passing, because they have dates that they do certain things. And if it's going to be 3,000 years until the next event, why would we make waves now? So the governments were created to be destroyed. The religions were created to be destroyed. Because now that we've accomplished that step, we have to undo everything that we did. In other words, we have to retrain and convince and show people that the evil corporations and the terrible religions, but they were set up by the same organizations. See, it's really not this. It's not that hard to figure out. That's why, and the reason that you see this corruption on TV, in and out, is because they want you to see it. They want you to get mad so that you will change the system. See, these guys, they don't kill their enemies. They get us to kill each other. See, there's a thing called the human race, and I've explained this before. The human race is exactly that. It does not mean it encompasses all of mankind. It means which species of man, or which division, or which lineage, if you will, is going to win the race. And it's going to get to worship these guys and be their foot slaves. Okay? Who's it going to be? It's going to be the white man? It's going to be the black man? The Hispanic? The Chinese? Who's it going to be? Because it's a human race. See, when these guys tell you stuff, I've said it so many times before, it's exact. It's a human race. And guess who's winning right now? The Aryans. Because Hitler got it. I'm going to wipe out everybody else, and we're going to inherit the earth. It's a human race. You know, if more people understood this, we could just drop out of the race, and then there would be no winner. For them, we would be the winner. But the problem is, it's a human race. That's why we keep going to war and trying to kill each other, so we can win the race. All of this crap, it's all set up. You know, the news, I highly doubt it's being written by humans. I think the stories are being written by computers for computers, and there's keynote words inside those that set up directions and coordinates and things like that. You know, the lady that killed herself with a chainsaw, it's laughable at best. They're computers writing stories for other computers that find the keynote words inside of it, and then they're translated for humans. This stuff it's so out of control. Like I said, the Elohim are here. They've always been here. They're the El-It, the El-It, the Elohim, El-O-Him. So you got the O female, him male, Elohim. All you got to do is wake up and find out all they're doing is destroying what they created to recreate a new system, and it ain't good for us.
Alright, you guys ready?
Go.
See you guys on the way back.
What's up? It's okay. You can stay.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Just to continue, this guy's supposed to be doing this to raise money for breast cancer. I'm going to tell you something about charities. According to the laws of the United States, only 10% of the gross has to go for the principal. That means if you make $100,000, $10,000 has to go towards a charity. That's it. 99% of these groups, the bigger ones, the United Way, Red Cross, all of that money goes for special ops. That's an interesting word, special ops, because they're done covertly. They're done without people's knowledge. That's why they're called, you know, black ops. Well, who was black ops? Ops was Saturn's sister, who he married. You see, it all comes back to the same thing. It all comes back to deceit. You want to give money? Go ahead. You want to help somebody out? Buy him a blanket, buy him something to eat. Okay? That money that they're raising is going to fund things like murdering people, setting people up, buying ammunition and all kinds of stuff. So if you want to keep giving and believing this fucking stupid bullshit about raising money to help out people, take the money out of your pocket and hand it to somebody that you can see needs it at the moment. That money is not going to help anybody. It's going to buy bullets, probably for some foreign faction, to use against your brothers and sisters. Okay? I'm just saying. Nothing here works the way that you think that it does. And incidentally, I ran across this while looking at this fruitcake in this, and when I say fruitcake, I am not degrading the homosexuals. He's a fruitcake because he honestly believes what he's doing is correct, because he's part of the organization. There was a cartoon in the 80s called He-Man. Now this is interesting. You want to talk about a racist cartoon? He-Man. He's a big 6'6" blonde guy, you know, with the Saturn alien cross on his chest. Now, it's He-Man. Not just masters of the world, but masters of the universe. See, it takes it to a whole new level. But here, it shows you the androgyny, and even in that cartoon. She-Ra, which was the female of him, Princess of Power, tutu skirt, same thing he's wearing, and it's from the He-Man cartoon. So here we have the male and the female mixed again. The androgynous, master of the universe, the Elohim. It all goes back to the same thing. Keep your money in your wallet where you need it. Do not give to charities. There are needy people all over the world. As Jesus said, you know what? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. The poor will always be with you. Think about what's going on with you right here, right now.